Hi, I'm Becky from Crafters Companion, and I'm here to show you our foundation paper piece pad, which we just brought out, which has got the all these little designs down here. So each one of these pads will have 24 pieces in there. That's 4 of each of these 6 designs. You have a toadstool, a bird, a butterfly, a heart, a birdhouse, and also a tulip. In order for you to put those together. It comes with full instructions, and you'll have 4 individual sheets of each of those designs for you to make. This next block we're going to do is the birdhouse. So you'll see it follows the same format as the others. You've got your cutting chart down here, but you've only actually got 2 sections, A and B. And the B section is a very small section for you to work on. And then you'll have your details about the kind of equipment that you need and how much fabric you'll need. And then you'll have all your directions down here going on to the rear of the piece of paper, like so. And then you'll see you've got your 2 pieces of your pattern. So this is section B, which is the little piece with the chimney and the background. And then this A section forms the main part of the birdhouse with the little heart here. So when you cut this out, just cut almost to that dotted line, or just a little bit before that, cut all the way around the edge. Now when I cut out my fabric, I keep my fabric in different little pots or little takeaway containers so they don't get muddled, but I also use a heat erasable pen to mark on them what number they are so I don't get confused. So you'll see we're going to start off with section A1 here. This is what your paper pattern is going to look like. So you can see I've cut out just to the dotted line, and then these are all your pieces related to this section. Now we're going to find the first piece, which is A1, so we're going to be doing the heart first of all. So we need to make sure that the piece of fabric is the right size. It needs to be 1/4 inch bigger than the shape. So if you turn your piece of paper pattern the wrong way round, and then you can hold your fabric up underneath it just to make sure it's the right kind of size. You can use a pen, a pin or a glue pen to make sure that you stick this piece of fabric to the pattern. I'm going to use a pin here. And then the first piece I'm going to do is A2. So A1 and A2, I'm going to join those 2 pieces together. So I want to fold my paper pattern along this line here, and then fold my paper pattern just along that line between shapes A1 and A2. Then I'm going to use my ruler. So my ruler has the edge, and then it's got 1/4 inch increments moving along. So I'm going to line up the fold of the paper pattern and where the fabric is against that line here, and then the excess fabric I'm going to cut off with my rotary cutter, and that gives me a nice 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to take piece A2, open up the pattern, lace the piece just here. So put a pin in there to secure it. I'm just going to make sure that my pins are well away from my sewing line. And if I flip my pattern over, we're going to stitch along this line here between A1 and A2. Then we're going to fold the fabric over, and we're going to see where the next piece is. The next piece is A3, which is over here. So we'll fold the paper pattern over on that little line, like so. Then we'll use our ruler and we'll trim. A piece of A3 fabric. And then stitch along this line here between A3 and A1. can see how that's coming together and you're getting that little design there. So we're going to keep on adding in exactly the same way. So there we have the first part of the birdhouse block. The second part is a little piece that goes here, which will have the little chimney just to the top. So you can see this is one that we did earlier, how that would look. And you would then sew those two pieces together, put them right sides together and then stitch along that join. So if I turn around the back, you'll see how it's been put together. So that's that first block, that's the second block, sewn together here. And then once you're happy with everything, you just need to tear off the paper. In some areas where it's really sort of tight, where you've got little points and little corners, you may need to use a pin or a pair of tweezers just to take them out. And here you have your finished birdhouse block ready to pop on any of your other projects or pop into a large quilt. And this is being made using our foundation paper piece pad from Crafters Companion.